Emotions play an essential role in communication. Communication is important in determining how we feel, and in turn, feelings determine the direction of our communication. But what exactly are emotions? Please follow along on pages 150 to 156 in the textbook. So what are emotions? If you were asked how you define emotions, you'd probably respond along the lines that they are feelings. However, emotions are much more than feelings. There are several components involved, making emotions very complex. There are physiologic factors, nonverbal reactions, verbal expressions, and cognitive interpretations. The physiologic factors result from feelings of strong emotion and manifest in physical symptoms. For example, if you were to be faced by a bear, the initial bodily responses would be a fight-or-flight reaction, such as to increase your heart rate, blood pressure, adrenaline, and decrease blood flow to organ systems that are unnecessary for survival at that time. Sometimes these responses can be felt physically and manifest in things such as sweating or an upset stomach, and so on. These sensations are termed collectively proprioceptive stimuli and raise awareness to the emotions you are feeling.
Nonverbal reactions. A nonverbal reaction is an emotion conveyed through only body language or physical reactions. The reaction itself is usually visible, but the reason behind it may not be. A person may twitch due to excitement or nervousness, or someone may also blush from embarrassment or from seeing a person they like. Nonverbal reactions also have the opposite effect. People who smile just to smile may feel and be happier than those who do not. Verbal expression. Although nonverbal expressions are easy to understand and convey, it is sometimes necessary to add words to fully communicate a feeling. An example of how verbal expression can aid nonverbal expression is when someone seems angry at you. The person who is angry may actually be upset at another situation and not at you. Using words to help convey an expression can make a big difference to someone who is interpreting the situation.
Cognitive interpretations are important in determining how we feel and make the connection between the physical responses and emotional states in a particular situation. When we face fear, such as the example of a bear attack, the physical symptoms are similar to that of when we are excited, such as an increase in heart rate and blood pressure. However, when we are excited, we do not associate our feelings with fear at all. In order to separate the feelings we have with the same symptoms, we associate a label with the emotion and the time it occurred. For example, have you ever been so happy that you were crying? You weren't sad at all, but associated the tears with a feeling of being overwhelmed with joy, perhaps when you were accepted into school and the hard work had all paid off.
The next topic we are going to cover are the different types of emotions. The first type of emotion that we are going to discuss is primary and mixed emotions. Robert Piltchik identified 8 primary emotions. Primary emotions are basic emotions such as acceptance, fear, surprise, sadness, disgust, anger, anticipation, and joy, and they can be seen on the inside of the circle in the picture. Primary emotions can be combined to form mixed emotions. Mixed emotions are combinations of primary emotions such as submission, awe, disappointment, remorse, contempt, aggressiveness, optimism, and love, and can be seen on the outside of the circle in the picture. The wheel suggests that many feelings need to be described in more than a single term. Although despite this, we often only communicate one feeling at a time, which can lead the person that we are communicating with to misinterpret our feelings. The type of emotion we are going to cover is intense and mild emotions. In the picture, you can see a cone-shaped diagram in the top left corner. Each vertical slice of the diagram represents the range of primary emotions from mildest to most intense state. There is an importance of not only choosing the right emotional family, but also describing the strength of the feeling. Some people fail to communicate clearly because they are unable to state their emotions, so they fail to let others know how strongly they feel. In some cases, people will chronically overstate the strength of their feelings. The problem with this sort of exaggeration is if there isn't a truly intense emotion comes along, they have no words left to describe it adequately.
Mr. Cobb, your wife is right here.
That's not my wife.
Mrs. Cobb, look, it's your wife.
That's not Victoria.
Daniel. It's me.
You're not Victoria. You're not my wife. You're not Victoria. I want Victoria. I want my wife.
It's Allison.
Get away from me!
Sir, who is your wife? Sir.
I told you, it's Victoria. I want Victoria.
Is she here?
No.
Do you know where she is? Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna go find Victoria for you, okay? I'm gonna go look for her. I'm gonna find her and bring her to you. You sit tight. I'll find Victoria.